I am so happy today, I can't hardly contain myself because Jamie and his beautiful wife, Brooke, are here today to help us make our flour power cookies with a cream cheese frosting. And they're gonna be beautiful, tasty cookies. Then, Brooke's gonna be showing us her Meemaw's irresistible Texas tumbleweed candies. These things you can't eat just one, y'all. Finally, Brooke's friend Kate's gonna be stopping by to show us this fabulous sour cream yellow cake with marshmallow fondant. This is a real sweet show today. Oh my goodness, I'm over the moon excited because I am in the kitchen with two of my children. My beautiful daughter-in-law, Brooke, and my son, Jamie. And I tell you what, ain't nothing no better than having your kids in the kitchen, especially after they get old enough, y'all, to have some sense to them. And they can really help, unlike the stage that Jack's at now. All right, well, let's get started. We're gonna make a flour power chocolate cookie. And Brooke is gonna be mixing together 2 sticks of softened butter, and she's gonna add a cup of confectionate sugar. These are sweet cookies. And then she's gonna add a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, and Jamie, son, you are gonna be mixing up 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm melting chocolate. I've got the easy job. And when Jamie and I get done, we're just gonna add it to Brooke's pot. Look how pretty that pink mixer is with your top.
I know, I just love it. It matches perfectly.
Just matching. You are just matching today, girl.
I've gotten my practice lately with making cookies because Jack is on this cookie kick every day. Mama, can we make cookies? And I kind of have to bribe him and say, well, if you eat your dinner, we'll make cookies. But he just absolutely loves to cook and bake. So
Isn't that wonderful?
I'm in the cookie making practice right now.
That is great. All right,
Okay,
my chocolate's melted, son.
Right.
All right, so Brooke, I say just dump, Jamie. Just take it all. This is gonna be a real thick dough. Oh, don't forget the egg, Brooke. Sorry, I was about to let you forget. And your vanilla flavoring.
Okay.
So we are gonna pat our dough out, y'all, and it needs to rest in the refrigerator for about an hour.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Y'all look like the cutest team. All right, so in the chocolate goes.
This looks
And we're
delicious.
just, doesn't it look delicious? And it smells good too. And just make sure everything's incorporated. Son, would you put that away, please? And let's get this cleaned off so that we can pat our dough out. And I think that's ready, Brooke,
yeah,
don't
I do
you?
too.
It looks delicious. Looks like fudge. Now I'm gonna sprinkle our parchment paper with some powdered sugar. We could use cocoa.
Want me to help you, honey?
Mix in some cocoa.
You gonna use your hands?
You need some help?
That'd be great.
Half of this, Mom, on this parchment paper?
Yes. All right, so just pat that out, son. Then another piece of parchment paper, more sugar, and then the other half of our dough. I don't like to waste a drop, although I would like to be eating beater. Do you know how mad Jack would be if he knew that y'all were over at Guinea's house making cookies?
We can bring him one.
Oh, here, son.
Don't waste a drop.
That's a whole nother cookie, son.
Well, I figured I'd leave some in the bowl for y'all to lick.
I'm gonna try to resist. All right, so in the refrigerator, that's gonna rest for 1 hour. So this should be really firm when we pull it out, easy to roll out. It's funny how time flies when you're having a good time. An hour gone, just like that. Brooke, I'm gonna give you one, and then Jamie's got one. Brooke, you can just dip yours in the confectionate sugar and it won't stick. And y'all just roll them out just a little bit. They don't need to be too thin. It's hard,
It
isn't
is
it,
hard.
Brooke?
It's pretty stiff.
Just give me a little sugar.
A little bit of sugar.
Sure.
I'll give you some.
Thank you, Brooke.
I'll give you sugar.
Thank you, son.
All kinds of sugar in the kitchen today.
Ooh, this takes all
Yeah.
kinds of strength.
I know. All right, so y'all just take your cookie cutters, and now remember, Jamie, you want to use every bit of your dough. So, and you can dip yours in the powdered sugar, and that will keep it from sticking. And of course, we're gonna use the flour cookie cutter. Oh, that's pretty. Now that's about 1/4 inch thick, y'all.
Mine's a little bit thicker.
That's perfectly all right. We've got our cookie sheets lined with parchment paper. Love, love, love these. And we're gonna bake them. We've got our oven preheated, y'all, to 350 degrees. And we're gonna bake these for 10 minutes. Perfect! Let's see, we've got another cookie sheet over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven while y'all are taking your leftover dough and rolling it out. So 350 for 10 minutes, and then what are we gonna do, Brooke, when we come back?
Make the cream cheese filling.
Cream cheese filling. Don't go anywhere. I told you, this is a real sweet show today. Up next, we're finishing up our cookies. Nice and hearty. I mean, that's like a meal right there. Then I can't wait for Brooke to show me her Meemaw's Texas Tumbleweed candies. Wouldn't you have loved to have had a Meemaw like that? And later, Brooke's friend Kate stops by to make one of her beautiful and delicious cakes. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey y'all, welcome back. We just made the most incredible
Flour power cookies.
Look how nice and hearty. I mean, that's like a meal right there. All right, so we're gonna make the icing, Brooke.
Okay.
So we're gonna need 1/2 stick of cream cheese that's softened, 1/2 stick of butter, and 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. Very simple, just a little cream cheese icing. And this is gonna be really thick because we want it to sit on our cookie. Little vanilla, just eyeball it.
Alrighty.
Just a hair.
Perfect. Jamie's getting our pastry bag ready. So who's gonna do what?
I'll do the sprinkles.
Okay.
I'll pipe.
All right, and look at our cute little tins, Brooke. So this makes a neat gift.
Great idea just to give the teachers, the friends.
They'd be beautiful Easter cookies. And son, just give me a little drop of milk. Yeah. Liquid goes a long way, y'all, with powdered sugar.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
Doesn't that look delicious? I love cream cheese icing. I'm gonna just sling that frosting. You like it? All right. So let's put this in our
so
piping
good.
bag. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could even add a little food coloring to this. But we're gonna add the sprinkles. Okie doke. Now, we're just gonna put a dollop in the center. Beautiful.
Perfect. What?
Whoa!
That one's mine.
You know, we could make a sandwich. So aren't those beautiful?
Beautiful.
Here, let's do this.
Yum!
That's good for real.
It almost tastes kind of like a brownie a little bit because the cookie is so thick.
It does. It's just delicious.
With icing.
Look
delicious.
at that, how beautiful that is. What are we gonna do next, Brooke?
We are gonna make my Meemaw's Texas Tumbleweed candy.
Oh, I love it. Texas Tumbleweed. I like the way that rolls off my tongue, and I'm ready for it to roll down my tongue. Y'all, Meemaw was Brooke's grandmother. I want to see this Texas tumbleweed because you're using something a little bit different. You're using like a canned potato stick.
Which just will give it that salty, crunchy flavor
Love
with the
sweet and salty. So let's get going. I can't wait to taste them.
So we're gonna start out with one 12-ounce package of almond bark.
Okay, so just
White
break this
chocolate
up.
almond bark, yes.
Okay, and this is pretty.
And to that, we're gonna add a cup of butterscotch chips.
Okay.
Or you can use peanut butter. And kind of let it melt a little bit.
And we've just got that over boiling water, y'all, in our kind of homemade double boiler.
Now, my Meemaw would start these cookies right after Thanksgiving. She would make about 50 different kinds between, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Wouldn't you have loved to have had a Meemaw like that? So now Brooke's just adding a pound of roasted peanuts.
And that was her gift to all her friends and family, was just a huge tray of cookies and candy.
Now, Jamie's just gonna stir that up real good, and then we're gonna add our 3 cups of potato sticks.
All right, y'all, we're putting the salty into the sweet to just kind of not only give it that crunch, but it'll give it that extra bit of flavor to kind of offset the sweet, and goes with the peanuts just
Oh my gosh, it's so
perfectly.
good. A little sour cream.
Mama,
What?
why don't you get something to put these on?
So I've got my cookie sheet lined with the wax paper. All right, so just scoop them up. That chocolate and the butterscotch morsels is gonna harden again. So y'all, we have got the neatest friend that's gonna be joining Brooke today.
Paula, I'm so excited for you to meet my friend Kate. And she has been making these beautiful, beautiful cakes. And I just can't wait for her to show you how to make them.
And you're not gonna believe how precious these cakes are. Coming up next, we're not leaving this kitchen clean, making Kate's sour cream yellow cake.
This is messy. We are going to be covered in powdered sugar by the time this is done.
But it'll be worth it because later we got the cutest food critics coming by to help us finish up our decorations.
Hey, it sure is pretty.
Our taste testers.
Yeah.
I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Brooke told me about Kate, her friend, several months ago.
We have been friends since high school. We went to college together. She has found this passion of making cakes in her home while she stays at home with her girls, and the cakes that she's made are just unbelievable.
So today, y'all, she's showing us her sour cream yellow cake with a marshmallow fondant. So I'm gonna kind of step off and let you do your thing.
Okay.
Just pretend like you're 15 years old again and in that kitchen. So
Okay.
go for it, girls.
All right, so I guess we'll do the cake first.
Okay.
So this is a fabulous cake. It's you start off with your box of yellow cake mix.
Gonna dump the whole
I
thing.
like
Dump the
that
whole thing
already,
in.
y'all.
And just put that in there. And then we're gonna add a 1/3 cup of sugar also.
That's the beauty of box cake mixes because you can really take it to another level.
I'm gonna start with this sour cream. The sour cream just kind of helps to keep it moist and also keep the cake sturdy. All right, and then we're gonna add a 1/3 cup of flour, just kind of extending
Just
the
to give it a little bit more body.
Right, right. We're gonna add in a 1/3 cup of oil, just
Okay.
regular vegetable oil in there.
Good, that'll
what
make
is
it
this,
moist
Kate?
too.
This is butter extract. So we're gonna do 1/2 of a teaspoon
Yum.
of butter extract.
You might like
Let me
this.
smell.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
No, she's not.
Love it.
That's for Paula. And I'm
My
gonna put in
grandmother
just
Hires used to make a butternut cake, and she would use a flavoring very similar to that. And I love that. That brings back memories.
And I'm gonna put in just a pinch of salt. And then we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. And we're gonna add 3 eggs. So that.
So Paula, it's not just the decoration to Kate's cakes, it's the taste. It's really, honestly, I can say the best cake I've ever had.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then we're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of water.
I think we should put Paula to work. What do you think?
Yeah, Paula, how about you stop watching this? And you can help me make the icing. How about that?
Okay, what do you want me to do?
We're gonna start off here at the 1/4 cup of water, about 3 tablespoons of coffee creamer. And actually what we're using this for is you can use milk in your icing, but then you'd have to refrigerate that. And I just, this way you don't have to worry about anything.
This is a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to the butter.
We are back to the butter. So we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of butter
Kiddo.
extract. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of the vanilla extract.
So 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Kate, when in the world do you have time to make these cakes with 2 kids?
I don't sleep. I never sleep. I wake up at 5 o'clock sometimes in the morning. And
Done before they wake up.
Before the girls wake up.
All right, so I'm putting in a cup of solid shortening.
Right. Start mixing that together, and then we will start
And I'm gonna do this with the electric mixer. Okay.
And that's gonna get messy. You thought your cookies were messy, I'm telling you. This is messy. We are gonna be covered in powdered sugar by the time this is done. All right, and what we're gonna do is just gonna start adding slowly the powdered sugar.
Now I think we're gonna need about 4 cups total.
All right, Brooke, how you doing over there,
Looks
girl?
pretty good to me. I think it's
Looking
ready.
Good, very good.
This looks like it's coming along nicely, Kate.
Looks perfect. All right, let's come down here and spray these pans.
Then the girls are gonna split the batter evenly between the 2 pans. This is a difficult part, y'all, to make sure that your cakes are perfectly even.
good.
I use my cup and I actually measure it out.
Just getting it all out here.
I think I'll have some too.
I know. This is my daughter's favorite part. I tell her if she's a good girl, she can lick the spatula when I'm done just mixing it. Just
Back to bribing,
look
right?
at my hands. That's right.
Yum.
Like candy butter, right?
That brings back so many memories. Y'all must use that butter extract.
We're gonna put them in the oven for 30 minutes at 350.
Okie doke. Don't go anywhere. You know, we can learn a lot from these beautiful young girls. Up next, even the biggest kids in the kitchen can't wait to taste this cake. I want
You want some cake? All right.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Look at us working, girls. Welcome back, y'all. We are working on now the final stages of Kate's cake. Our cakes have cooled, and Kate's putting them together with the icing that we made earlier. Now, she did not show us how to make the fondant, but you can go on foodnetwork.com and find out how to do it. I understand that you make it with marshmallows.
That's right.
Which makes it so good.
But Kate, how did you get so good so fast at this?
I mean, practice, practice, practice. I think anybody can get good at anything if they practice.
This is wonderful.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now,
spinning.
I've just iced it lightly with the buttercream, just kind of like a crumb coat.
Just to kind of seal it.
That's right, because the fondant will adhere to that. And what I'm gonna do before I put the fondant on is I just kind of press it down a little bit, and if you see the sides of the cake coming out, you see that filling coming out there a little bit, that's what we want to get out.
Now, why do you want to do that?
If we put the fondant on before we do this, there will be a ring around because that fondant is going to lay over the cake and push this icing out.
Okay.
So we're going to do that.
Well, I can't wait to see you work with the fondant.
Okay, and let's cover this cake.
So while Kate fits her fondant on the top of her cake, Brooke and I are going to be using cookie cutters to make some fun little decorations using our fondant. And look, she's taking a pizza wheel, y'all, a pizza cutter.
Yeah, my husband is always saying, "Where's my pizza cutter?"
I could do this like all afternoon, y'all.
and then just put a little dab of water on them.
Okay, now that's just gonna help it stick together, y'all.
Perfect.
Look how cute. Oh,
Hey, it sure is
look,
pretty.
Hey
Our
guys.
taste testers.
Yeah.
Look,
You want some cake?
fondant.
You want some fondant?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, darling. I hear that you're getting
Hey,
all
baby.
my boys' kisses. Oh, look at her grass, Brooke.
Oh, so cute.
How cute. You're so lucky to have a mommy that makes all these wonderful cakes. How beautiful is that?
Paula, I want you to try Meemaw's candies.
Oh, I want to.
Ready?
Yes,
Kate, you
let's
wanna try?
OD on sugar.
Oh my.
Do you love those potato
Those are
sticks
good.
or what? I want
Some
cake.
cake? All right.
Oh, look how soft and moist that is.
Mama.
Cake, Mama.
Cake?
Hey.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh my God, I love the fondant.
It is.
So go to the website, foodnetwork.com, get the recipe for our fondant. If not, call Kate, she'll make it for you.
That's right.
I've had a ball
I
with you
have
girls.
too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
I
having
love
us.
my daughter-in-law and I love her friends. Thank y'all so much. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.